Empaths have a completely burnout nervous system in kaliyuga dark ages. So, empaths are more or less very simple. What's inside, it's outside. What they say, they mean it most of the time. I mean, I nobody is perfect, and yet they even empaths have their own shadows, but their shadows are also very unique and different in their own ways. It's so, you know, yeah. Their empaths are not like, I mean, the shadows are not like the regular shadows the people have. The shadows are way different. The shadows are like, they give more, they, yeah, they overgive, they, they do not think about themselves. Sometimes the shadows are like that, okay? Empath shadow. And and of course there could be other types of shadows as well, you know. So yeah. And yeah, sometimes you'll find them, they're very attached. Yeah. I won't say that they are very attached. Empaths, their shadows are way different than a regular one on the planet earth. So yeah, let me just come back to the topic. I'm sorry, I just took a big pause, but yeah, I think one to take I need to take one big pause. I felt. And I'm still taking another. But yeah. I thought I would do a short of this video. Like, I'll make a short out of this video because many people think that, because many people have told me, that, like, why would people watch such big videos nowadays? But the problem with me is that I don't know. This YouTube is the things that I'm doing on this YouTube is for me or is for other people. I don't know. I cannot distinct, that, because most of the times I do a video here, I learn a lot about my own self. You know, how people say when you teach, you learn, and that's just so true. A teacher is always a seeker himself or self. So yeah, I gave myself the tag of teacher, spiritual healer. Uh, I guess in 2024 I started it. Yeah, I gave myself that tag. Yeah, it's just a label. But you know what gave me? Yeah, some people actually ask me, like, from where does that confidence come in? I don't know. They were not liking it, maybe, but. That confidence just comes from the humbleness of knowing that you're still a learner. And because you're such a powerful learner, because you're such a powerful seeker, of course you're a teacher. You know, a teacher is not who knows it all, but a teacher is a learner. And that's what people have forgotten it. People think that you have to be egoistic to be at some leader space. I have seen this in offices, I've seen this. Oh, I'm going so off the topic, but I think the pause took me somewhere else. So let's just go with the pause, let's just go with the flow. So I've seen people in leaderships, I've seen bosses. They are like, if they do not pretend like they know it all, if they do not pretend like that, they know it all, nobody is going to take them seriously. If a teacher in a classroom doesn't pretend she knows it all, if a boss in the office does not pretend he knows it all, workers, employees, don't take them seriously. They'll think he's so soft. They want bosses to be a little, workers themselves, they want bosses to be a little rude, and that's how people will take them seriously. And that's so, we're so fucking programmed. You know, we're so fucking programmed. We're so fucking programmed. We are so fucking programmed. I can't even tell you that. So seriously, if you are a damn learner, only then you can be a teacher. So my confidence comes from that. My confidence comes from Shiva. Yeah. My confidence comes from that. Mine unknowing comes from that. Yeah. And the coming time is going to be like that. The coming time, what you need is inner knowing. You don't need a certificate. You don't need a mark sheet. You don't need anything stupid. What you need is inner knowing. I was watching Ramayana the other day, and it was so beautiful. Like Ram, in the Ramayana, even their bhajans, the songs, if you hear around Ramayana, you will find that, Ram just had an aura. And because people were in Satyuga, they could just sense it. Ram had such an aura, it just, people would just sense how soft, beautiful a king he is, so humble, so down to earth. And people just sensed it in Satyuga, right? They knew it. Like they knew it. Like Ram is different. He is not the one, who will follow the traditions. Do you know he was the one who, I mean, according to Valmiki Ramayana, he was the one who stopped the sacrifice of the horse. After there's this Ashwamedh Yag, in which a horse is given for a sacrifice. So he stopped that tradition. So, and he had such an aura. You will find the bhajans are like that, the songs are like that. The description of Ram is like that. Even if you, okay. So I was reading one of this. Some religious texts I was reading, and in that also, when they do talk about rishis, muni, they would just talk about when he was coming, that rishi was coming, or that saint was coming. There was such a tej around that person, such an aura around that person. He had such fire around him, and they really spend a few lines in the writings about talking about describing about the aura, like how it felt. And look at nowadays. Look at now, like look at now how superficial we've got. It's more about how one person looks, right? They cannot see your auras. They're just so superficial. They cannot just sense. I have always talked about beauty, and I always said, like, beauty is how it feels rather than how it sees. You cannot see beauty with two eyes. What's wrong with this world? You can just always feel the beauty. And people cannot feel it. People are people are yuck. I don't know. People are yuck. So yeah. Sorry. People are yuck. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Let's get back to the topic. Let's just really get back to the topic. So yeah. I don't know why we are so off the topic, and I don't know where I was trying to take you, but let's just get back to the topic, I guess. So yeah. Um what was the video, by the way? Oh god, I forgot. Shit. What was the topic of the video? Oh god. What was the topic of the video? Shit, I forgot. I was talking about empaths. I was talking about, yeah, nervous system of empaths are blown out in Kaliyuga. Because in Kaliyuga, people are very complex. They are very complex. Oh wow, these three birds are sitting so nicely and quietly. Yeah. Wow, they're so quiet. Wow. What are they waiting for? People are so complex in Kali Yuga. People are so complex in Kali Yuga. And empaths, their nervous system is like, what? What? The nervous system is like, hush, 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 hush. Because what's in, because, because people speak something else, there's something else inside, and they'll speak something else, and it's just so weird. It's so weird. They want something and they'll just portray and pretend that they don't want what they really want. And empaths, they just the nervous system goes out of whack. The nervous system is like, what's wrong? Seriously. And if an empath is programmed, to and mostly empaths are really programmed in many ways. Yeah, empaths are programmed in many ways, to yeah, empaths are actually very programmed to listen to others, to listen to their expectations, to do what they expect you to do. Empaths are like that. So, yeah, empaths are like that. Empaths are more, they're programmed to, listen to others. They're programmed to, sorry, I was just fixing my camera. Empaths are really programmed to listen to others, how others feel, how others, you know, what people want. Like empaths are really programmed outwards, you know. Their empathy is more or less outwards, and they have less empathy inwards. They have more outwards and less inwards. So it's a very, yeah, it gets so complicated with people who who are so attached to their own egos and not to their souls. Narcissists and empaths have a classy combination on the planet Earth. Like it's one of the most classy combinations. Empaths just keep doing what narcissists want, because empaths are more or less programmed. Their empathy is outwards, you know. But when you close your eyes and you sit in meditation, you realize your own needs, wants, requirements, and it's so important to be connected to your own desires, right? I have made a video on this about desires, like how many people have borrowed their desires from the neighbors. Just because neighbor had a car, you have to get a car now. You have to, equal the social status. Just because you see that guy every day, and that guy has a certain level of car, so now you have to get it. Your neighbor changes, he has a much bigger car, now you have to get much bigger car than him. It's a reality. I have seen middle-aged men just, like, yeah, like, th- oh god, it's so immature. Like middle-aged men, like I have this car, this car, this car. So yeah, And car is just a small cliche example. They do it in many ways. They do it in many ways. So yeah, what if, and people do not, they do not, like if you really have that kind of an ego, you want to satisfy their ego, they have like, they'll choose simple, standards. They'll choose their neighbor, to satisfy their ego and feel comfortable. Why don't you choose Ratan Tata? Why don't you choose you know like you should be more, you know richer than them? No, they'll just satisfy themselves in this one little thing. They'll, they'll find their validation ki yaar, I have a car much bigger than my neighbor, and they'll just feel fine around their ego. And it's just yeah, it's so stupid. Yeah. So yeah, what impacts their nervous system is almost really burned out in Kaliyuga. People are complex. No wonder we have bipolar disorders and whatnot disorders, all kind of psychological problems we have right now in the world. You know why? Because it starts with those little complexities. What's inside, it's not outside. People feel something else, they do something else, they'll yeah, it's all twisted. People are so twisted nowadays, and when empaths enter spaces like these, meet people like these, they are they're gone for good. They're gone for the 10 days, they're gone for those 10 days out somewhere alone, and it happens with me so much. It happens with me so much all the time. It's just that I've started to know it. I've started to recognize it now that, oh my god, this used to happen with me. I'm seeing more. It's all the grace of the sun that I'm seeing more now. I swear onto that. Yeah, it's just, yeah, solar flares are playing a very important role right now in my spiritual journey. And it's true. I'm seeing so much more that I have never seen my entire life. What has been hidden my entire life, I'm seeing so much more, and I know there's so much more to see in my own life. Forget the world. Of course, there's so much to see out, and oh my god, there's so much to see out in the world. And the plot twist and everything out of it's going to be so interesting. Like, yeah. Disclosures are happening at a political level, economical, every which way, and disclosures are also happening in personal levels too. People are complex. Have you seen those people who are like, they'll be jealous of you and yet they just want you to be around? Like, they'll be jealous of you, they won't like you, they'll bring you down, and yet, they, yeah, they'll try to do everything that you do. Yeah. They are also inspired from you, they're also jealous of you. People are so complex. They are not in tune with themselves. People are so complex. It's so weird. So an empath's nervous system is completely fused, when he or she is around such people. Nervous system is like, your intuition is like he means something else. Your logic is like, no, it can't be, of course. Because words say something else and energy says something else. Your nervous system is like, I am feeling something else. It like, if you, I find a lot of polarity in people. And as an empath, a polarity also, comes in, you know, and then you can't help but dissect that polarity. Have you seen how if people feel have you seen people feeling so insecure and And yet you will find that these insecure people are the one who will be, you know, will try to portray a picture of they know it all. People are so complex. That's what I'm really trying to tell here. That people are so complex. They will have, yeah. Have you seen a husband and a wife? They will be jealous of each other. Then why the hell are you together? I don't get it. Oh, I guess, and it's so true. I mean, I guess today only I shared a story on my Instagram. So there is this guy who says I stay away from, you know, um, I stay away from girls who are like into married men. So yeah, have you seen that kind? I have seen that too. I felt that too. Uh, Women would go. They say some women may go after married men, and it's so true. So true. Or a committed man. It's so true because they want to feel secure. They want to please their ego. You know, like this guy feels so much for that girl, and can that be replaced? She would do it. You know, and people are so complex. That's what I'm trying to tell here. The people are so complex. Just for people actually love their insecurities. Actually love their insecurities. They will go after people who try to sell them security. So be it lip balms, be it I think lip balm is not that bad. So be it any makeup thing, any stupid botox, any stupid thing, and it can really harm you. Many a times all these medical skin dermatology surgeries and everything, they're like, what is happening to all these dogs? Many a times all these dermatology surgeries and everything, they can go so wrong, but people risk their health just because they want to feel secure. Insecure people, they run after people who make them feel you know insecure and then secure. People are so complex. First these corporations, first these industries make you feel insecure that you need a perfect skin, you need a plushy skin, take our product, and then they will make you feel insecure. And I've seen people being played in real life. Oh god, I've seen people being played in real life. People are so complex. That's what I'm really trying to tell you. Like, of course everyone have their own shadows, and empaths have their own shadows, but not in a way that empaths, their shadows are also a little different. Their shadows, you will find that they're sometimes overgiving. They're sometimes, they are so tuned to outside and not to inside, you know. And that could, of course, be unhealthy attachment style. It could be, and of course, there are a lot under. It could be a lot under that as well. It's not as simple as that. People are complex. No wonder we are moving towards bipolar. People are having bipolar disorders and whatnot. People are complex. They feel something, they say something, and the nervous system of impact goes out of whack. It's like, I can't process all this energy and listen something else. And they empaths will be like in bed for like 10 days. I can't take this person anymore. I can't take this space anymore. I can't take this, room anymore. To repair from that polarity, empaths need space, time to repair from that polarity. It's confusing because empaths themselves are very, what's inside, it's outside. They're very simple. And I've always loved simplicity. It's just, in kaliyuga, I've always loved simplicity. Be it in clothes, be it in, okay, it has not always been in food, but I'm moving towards simplicity even in food. Yeah. I'm moving towards simplicity too. I'm trying to bring all my senses to a kind of a simplicity. I've always liked simple clothes. I've always liked white for no reason. Me, of course, and you're an empath, you're going to wow. Wow, what kind of a bird is this? She's alone. Where's your group, dear? Wow, she was different. And I saw her. She was coming from far. And yeah. I don't like alone birds. I like when they're in pairs and they're going home in the evening. I just so much like it. Yeah. One day we're all going home like that in groups and pairs. Yeah. We are. Those who know, know. So yeah, people are complex. People are complex. I have so many examples like that. So many examples like that. If they are sad, they'll try to pretend like so happy they are in front of others, in front of everyone. This, j- people try to hide their sadness because they want to look cool and we are happy with our lives. And yeah, people are so complex. Of course, ego makes you complex. Ego makes you complex. You have a world. You have to do a circus for the world around you. You have to do that. Ego will make you do a circus. What is happening to the dogs in my street? Don't know. I hope they've not seen a cat. Yeah, sometimes they do it when they see a cat. Yeah, empaths like white. Yeah, I was on that topic. Yeah, I don't know. I've always loved white. Like, keep it white. Just keep it white. And I've also learned about it, like why do I like white? So I've learned about it, like white really, white actually reflects it back. White reflects everything back. Wow. So white reflects everything back. Okay, that's why I've always liked white, because white will not absorb anything, right? So yeah, empaths, they absorb a lot. They observe and absorb a lot. So it just white helps a lot in mind. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to wear simplest clothes. I want to. Now I'm moving towards eating simplest of food. I'm trying to bring my senses to simple and simple and simple, because now I feel that is my spiritual journey as well. And I've made a half an hour video, and trust me, I came here and I thought I'll make a short, because people are not used to listening to such big videos. So I thought I'll make a short of this topic, and but I made a big video. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help sometimes what I do. I can't. I thought I'll take this topic into a short, and now I made a half an hour video. Right, great. So yeah, people are complex, and an empath's nervous system is completely out of whack, and you know, I think empathy is a more of a very feminine character, a more of a feminine feature, a characteristic, a feminine characteristics. Like you will find that somebody is more in the feminine energies. They say Ida Pingala, then we have Yin and Yang. This has been there in every religion, and there are the things like these, right? So yeah, so yeah, empathy is a more of a feminine character, more of a feminine feature, more of a feminine characteristic. So to balance it out, you need a lot more of masculinity. Masculinity is a lot more like feminine. Empathy is more like she's everywhere. She's absorbing, she's observing, and her energy is everywhere. Okay, empathy is like that. But masculinity, you kind of try to focus your energy, and yeah, you try to direct your energy. If you're a very imbalanced feminine, your energy is everywhere. But when you try to bring it into balance, you will have a more and more focused energy. Where to direct your energy, reflect, you know dual energies, polar energies back. So masculine is, that is a more of a masculine trait. So you have to balance your femininity and masculinity, you know on your spiritual journey, to become a very balanced being, to come into your balance, to be on your both feet rooted in the ground, you know I mean, of course, with one feet you can work, but it's always good to have your 2 feet on the ground. That's a very different bird. It's making a call. Oh wow. Is it a bird? I feel it is. I don't know. Yeah. So people are complex in Kaliyuga, and if you're an empath, you sense something more, and you're more tuned outside than inside. You you better balance, come into balance of your masculinity. Sit in meditation, sit with your eyes closed, know your own wants, requirements, your own needs. Just know it. It's such a powerful thing in this world to know what you want, what you are, because the whole Kali Yuga, these Rakshasas, the whole thing about Kali Yuga, this is trying to distract you. They're damn trying to distract you. They'll tell you have a family, have kids, have husband, have a wife, because it's a trend. Let's have 2 partners, have multiple partners, because oh god, situationship, and I don't know what's all going on in the world. So yeah, they tell you that. And of course there are movies like that. I saw this Friends. It's a American TV show. It was American, and though it's really funny, and though I learned of good things also from it, but at the same time they would show women, how easy it is, like for women, the women in that TV show, they were sleeping with men, they would break up, and next day they will sleep with other men, and and somehow it just felt so weird to me. Oh god, who's who is this stupid guy? Just leave. Oh wow, such a beautiful butterfly. I don't know if she'll come. She's such a beautiful butterfly. And I made a 33 minutes video. Wow, great. It's actually 30, it's about to be 34. Wow. Where was I? Shit. I was talking about. What I was talking about? Shit, what I was talking about? I will remember it. Just pause and remember it. I don't remember it. Yeah, the world is so distracted. Oh, see, that distracting guy just left us, right? Yeah, in Kaliyuga, they try to distract us so much. And just like that guy, like, हम तो गाने सुनेंगे ही full volume पे, हम सबको सुनाएंगे, you know. So yeah, and I always hated those what bikes? What do we call them? Stupid bikes that make a lot of sound. What are those called? Forgetting that. Yeah. So in Kaliyuga, it's like everything will try to distract you, you know. And to build your masculine, you have to learn to focus, to come into what you want. Just close your eyes and know what you want, what you require, to be so in tune with your own energy, with your own needs, what your own real desires are. And one day, trust me, you will even find your purpose. But it's a long journey. It requires so much focusing, and then the purpose dawns upon you. And your purpose can be as simple as playing a sitar for the world. Yeah. Sometimes the purpose can be as simple as making a bench in the park. Yeah, trust me. And that's so important. That squirrel who also helped in building that bridge when Ram and the Sena of Ram wanted to you know move from move to Sri Lanka to save Sita. That role of a squirrel, she also was helping in making that bridge. So she did it in her own way. you know so sometimes your whole purpose can be as simple as that. So yeah. So yeah, I guess that stupid guy who was moving from my street at full volume actually was a lesson in many ways for all of us. For me especially. I don't know about you. But yeah. If I wouldn't have wasted my energy in calling that stupid guy, then I would have, known where to pick, yeah, this stupid bike. Oh shit. Yeah, this stupid bike. I don't like this bike. I don't know what's the name. So yeah. So if I wouldn't, really, if I wouldn't really, if I wouldn't really, call stupid people stupid, if I wouldn't really call stupid bike stupid, then I would be able to focus more. And that's the lesson. Yeah, in Kali Yuga, they will try to distract you so much, but you have to build your masculinity. You have to be very focused. Yeah. Thank you for watching my 38 minutes video. If you really watched, then thank you for watching. I swear I wanted to make a short out of this topic. Whatever. Bye. Thank you.